Hello, everybody, and welcome to From the Mezzanine, the Broadway podcast for the Broadway fans. I'm your host, Lindsay Stone, and today I'm joined by my bestie, Josh Rosen.
Hello.
Welcome.
So lovely to be back.
It is so good for you to be back, Josh. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah?
I'm fantastic. Actually, well, TikTok ban, little down bad, but we don't really know what's in store. So
No, can we have a convo? Because I'm like,
Mama's stressed.
your life is like TikTok.
Yeah.
It's your job.
Correct.
And so we're in two different playing fields, but coming from my side, I'm just I think about the hours I've put into TikTok. That's what really kills me. I'm like, I invested a godforsaken amount of time into this app and growing, and it's been so fun. But I'm like, and now it's all for what?
No,
sad.
literally, it feels like the world is ending.
Yeah.
It feels like the apocalypse. I feel like it's over.
No, it does. It's so dramatic, but it's so
yeah,
real.
I really think the world is ending.
And by the time that this comes out, we'll already know what's happened. And I commented on your TikTok that you made. I was like, what's gonna are they just gonna press a couple buttons and TikTok's
That's
gonna
what I don't
disappear?
Get. Someone just has the panic button and it's just gonna be like, boop.
Are we all gonna have at the same time a panic attack on Sunday morning when we cannot log into our TikTok accounts? I'm gonna, if I click it and it's not there, OMG. So that being said, I hope you followed your creators that you love. It's too late now, but hopefully stay with them, because now we're all going to be posting the things that we did on TikTok elsewhere. But nothing can do the same as TikTok. TikTok really created theater talk, theater communities and things like that. So it's sad.
And it gained a lot of visibility for theater, a lot of trending sounds, a lot of really interesting things to get people to know about Broadway shows.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the trending sounds.
Yeah.
Like Heather's, the Martha dump truck in the flesh. You remember? That was a huge trend.
Beetlejuice got really popular because of a TikTok trend.
Yeah, Six. So many of the Six lyrics.
Tell Me Ernest.
Yes. Yeah, the current one right now.
So
the
tell me, Ernest. How much have you seen of me cinematically?
The rom-coms. Yeah, it has seriously, there's almost a song in every single musical where I feel people are oh, this is the TikTok song. In Moulin Rouge, Roxanne really popped off. What else? Oh, this is fun.
I mean, I'm trying to think. There have been so many that I'm and even some for shows that didn't necessarily do amazing. The Notebook, My Days.
My Days.
My f***ing Days. Oh, wait, I can't curse on this.
Oh, you're fine. Also, at the Tonys, the Willkommen Bienvenue, that became a whole thing.
Oh, with Eddie Redmayne going I made a
yeah.
meme that was him going this in that game on We Play where you had to make the shape in the bubbles. I don't know if you ever played that game.
Yes,
And
I did.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Because Eddie Redmayne, there was that picture of Eddie Redmayne this.
Wait, I forgot about that. That's so funny.
It was
We
the
Fit.
best. It's the best thing I've ever made in my life.
We Fit was a moment in time. But yeah, all of the vlogs, the Broadway vlogs, so many fun things on TikTok. I really feel so many of my listeners found me on TikTok.
Honestly, I'm gonna miss the tea. I'm gonna miss the drama. I'm gonna miss the scandals.
Yes. And everybody chatting about it together.
Yeah.
So fun. Wicked, all of the me and Bach, everything. That was all because of TikTok.
Me and Bach, Molly. Wait, did I tell you she followed me?
Who?
Molly. Me and Bach. Molly, Bachfest.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I lost my mind. I say
no,
I'm
she's
girls.
funny. I follow her. Well, I did follow her. Anyway, so that's sad. That's sad. But let's bring it up and talk about the shows we've seen recently.
Hell yeah.
Okay, tell us about Death Becomes Her, because I have not seen it yet. You're my correspondent.
Yeah, I saw Death Becomes Her 2 days ago. I think it's so good. I think it's so good.
Tell me everything.
It is, well, the plot line's a little weird.
Okay.
It's about these women who are obsessed with their outer beauty
Youth, right?
Yeah, and want to take something basically to make them look younger.
Mm-hmm.
It's super high camp. I actually thought Jennifer Samard and Megan Hilty are both incredible.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child is in it and is so good. Her voice is insane, which
Ooh.
we all probably should have had higher expectations for her going into it, given that she was in Destiny's Child.
Yeah, right.
But she's so good in it. The whole thing visually, it's insane. I think it's one of those shows that you could pretty much take anyone to. I went with my friend Natalie, who I don't know, she's seen a few things.
Mm-hmm.
She's seen a handful of Broadway shows. She's not obsessed with Broadway.
Yeah.
And she was like, wow, I love that. I think it's really great. It's really campy. It's really fun. it's just really a fun time.
When you say campy, so I feel like there's two types of camp. There's camp where you're like, this is so different and unique. I've never seen this done before. I love it. And then there's also camp like, I didn't get that. You know what I mean?
It's
like sometimes camp connects and sometimes it doesn't. Does this one connect?
To me, it does.
Yeah.
I think it's like pretty high camp, the whole thing, but it's not like it's not like it doesn't like stray away from like the typical structure of a musical.
Okay.
Like it's still like a very much so like a 2-act musical, but like it's just really fun to watch. Like
beautiful.
There isn't really like a boring moment in it. Like the whole thing is really good.
Would you compare it? Now I haven't seen it, but in everything that I have seen, I feel like the vibe of it feels Moulin Rouge-y. Is that wrong?
In a way, there are certain aspects of it that are very Moulin Rouge-y.
Yeah.
I also think though there are certain aspects of it that are very like, it kind of reminded me in a way of like Kinky Boots.
Ooh.
Like Kinky Boots is obviously like a deeper story, but like in terms of like the general vibe and gist of it, I would put this in the realm of like, it plays into camp similar ways Hairspray does. The stage version of Hairspray does.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, like I could see this running for like 4, 5, 6 years. It was like pretty much sold out on a Thursday evening.
Yeah, wow.
I see this doing really well. Like I see this getting really popular. It's already doing really well. The movie itself isn't like extreme, like it's popular, but it's not like,
I didn't even know there was a movie.
Yeah.
Until the Broadway show.
So like it's doing really well. It seems like people who have both seen the movie and not seen the movie are seeing it and liking it.
Yeah.
So
it might be like
for years. Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's gonna stick around.
It could become like a regular show. That's so cool.
I don't think like forever.
Yeah.
Like, but I could definitely see it sticking around for like 4, 5, 6 years.
Okay, let's talk Tonys.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't think I think it'll be nominated. Like I think it'll be nominated for Best Musical. I think they'll be nominated for a ton of definitely set design, definitely costume design.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely the acting categories. I don't think it's gonna win any of them, but I think it's gonna do very well in nominations.
You don't think it's gonna win?
No, it won't win.
You don't think it'll win costume?
Maybe costume or
That's
set.
the one that just
costume
looking at it.
It's not going to win set because maybe Happy Ending will win set.
Okay.
Costume, yeah.
Do you think that maybe Happy Ending will win Best Musical?
100%.
Okay,
there is literally no doubt about it.
Okay. Do you think that Megan Hilty or Jennifer Smart like hold a candle to like Audra?
No, but they'll both be nominated, I think.
Would they both be in featured since it's a 2 leading? No,
I don't
they'd both
know.
be leading, right?
Jennifer is a little bit more featured than Megan, but
what about what's her name? Michelle Williams.
Featured.
She'd be featured.
She's gonna be nominated. She's insane.
You think she could win?
I actually do.
Ooh.
She's insane in that show. I don't know. Like I don't think she will because it's not as much of an acting performance. It's more of a singing performance.
Uh-huh.
But if it was like best featured vocalist in a musical, she would win. She's amazing.
Okay.
And then the whole subway ride home, I was just like listening to Destiny's Child.
Ooh, I need to go. So we tried to rush it last weekend and then we didn't get tickets. We got there an hour early and the line, we were already like 35th in line.
Yeah, it's super hard to get tickets for.
Yeah, waited. It was a Sunday. And so since we didn't get tickets, we ended up seeing Drag the Musical. Before I get into it, is there anything else people need to know about Death Becomes Her?
It's just like really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't know anything about the movie or the show itself at all, chances are you'll like it. So like it's really great.
What do you think the key demo is?
Oh, like 7th grade and up?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, easy. 6th grade and up.
Okay, cool.
Oh my God. It's like it's based off of a PG-13 movie.
There you have it.
Yeah,
okay.
perfect.
So that's
it's like
awesome.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is a great show to compare it to.
Oh.
Beetlejuice is a great show to compare it to.
Yeah, because Beetlejuice has like the kid appeal, but it also is like super raunchy.
And
but...
it like the death themes.
Ah, yeah, that's
in like
true.
a fun way.
Okay.
Beetlejuice. Okay?
Beetlejuice.
That's honestly why I think it's going to do so well. I think this is going to like have like a similar
like cult following.
Yeah, like
cool.
tag on people who liked Beetlejuice.
I can't wait to see it, you guys. It's just a matter of getting the tickets.
I'll go again and see it with you.
Okay, slay.
Yeah.
So I saw Drag the Musical. Shout out to Broadway bestie who is in it, Remy. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see him in the show, but I saw, let me see. Oh, wait, I know his name. Yair Kedar, who plays Brendan in Drag. There's this little kid in it, and he's finding himself, and his dad is played by Adam Pascal, who we know from Rent.
Love. I didn't realize Adam Pascal
He's
was
in it.
Whoa.
And he's fully Adam Pascal. Like, he has this rock and roll song that's literally like, oh, I listen to Def Leppard.
Oh,
like,
whoa. Okay, got it.
No, he's really good in it. You should, yeah. Josh hasn't seen it yet. He needs to see it.
I do.
But aside from the Broadway besties who are in it, which like y'all are so incredible, I saw Alaska's Last Night.
Alaska Thunder.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were, they just like, anytime she walked into a room, all of the air just was like evaporated and everyone was like, what?
Oh my God.
Like it was,
wow.
she has this star presence that is so crazy, and she doesn't even do anything. She just stands there and she's like posed, and everybody's like, it's Alaska, like losing their shit. Of course it was her last night.
So the audience was like insane.
Yeah, and so it was probably some of her like diehard fans. And if you're into Drag Race, it has so many like race queens in it. We have Jan Sport, we have Juju B, and some also just like actors who are playing drag queens. I thought it was all drag queens, likely from RuPaul's Drag Race, but it's not. But it was insane. Alaska is leaving, and now it's Jimbo, who you know from Canadian Drag Race. But I loved it. I thought it was super sweet. I thought that it was going to be more like Big Gay Jamboree, like raunchy drag
That's
fun.
kind of what I thought it would be.
And it's really like family friendly.
That makes sense because there's a kid in it.
I think that's beautiful though. Yeah. I'm like, I love that they could have taken it in this direction that we all would have like probably loved. To be like like what you see on RuPaul's, like shady,
right.
like dirty,
bitchy,
like
all
yeah,
of that.
exactly. But and there is definitely some of that, but it's very tastefully done, which I just love. Some of the songs in it we've been singing. There's like this one that's like, ooh la la la, ooh la la, it's just so pretty, and like the little kid sings it. It's so cute. You have to.
Okay, maybe I will.
And
I will.
Obviously the costumes are insane. Probably the biggest like feature like that though is going to be the set is so cool. So basically what it's about, you have these two dueling drag bars. One is like the Kitty Club, I'm totally like butchering this, and the other is called the Fish Tank. And these two like leaders used to be best friends, and now they hate each other and they're rivals. And of course everybody's like, nobody will ever know what happened between them and nobody ever will. But then by the end you find out what happened, and they obviously, it's like a super predictable plot. By the end of it, they join forces and they become iconic, and both of like their drag race bars are like going down in the tank, so they need something to help. And yeah, that's basically like the general plot. It's super simple, but there's a lot of songs that just feel like they put this song in this because people are going to be listening to this song, and the song doesn't necessarily fit. It's kind of like an added song, but you're like, that's fun, you know what I mean?
I love that. No, yeah. I like love that.
It's very good and very funny. It's at New World Stages right now. It's been sold out a ton, but I'm going to tell you a little tidbit because I could not find this on their website. We went to the theater after we didn't get tickets to Death Becomes Her, and we were like, can we get rush tickets at the theater? And you can.
Oh.
They don't say that anywhere online. It's like, it says that you have to do telecharge online lottery and rush. And if you don't have them there, then like there's nothing else for you. We went there and he was like, yeah. And so we were able to get 3 rush tickets right there.
That's really great. That's kind of like last Saturday for Maybe Happy Ending. We got like 2 rush tickets, like at like 3 p.m. on telecharge the day of.
Oh yeah, no, that's awesome.
Like it randomly popped up after it had like sold out earlier in the day.
Yeah, see, Rush does that, Drag does that as well.
Yeah.
But the fact that we could just go there, because that only allows you to get 2 tickets, and we needed 3.
Right.
So, but slay, that's also good to know for Maybe Happy Ending that they're doing those like pop-up tickets.
Yeah, it was great. We got orchestra seats. It was really great. Yeah.
Let's talk about Maybe Happy Ending. How was your second time seeing it?
So refreshing, because first time I saw it, I was early in previews. I was comped, which was great, but it was the night after, or the day after, a very intense birthday party. And then I had, a 24-year-old New York. Yeah, a little, like it was hitting me.
Yeah.
So I was viewing Maybe Happy Ending from like prime seats and like really liking it, but I was also like on my deathbed. So it was really nice to not be on my deathbed seeing it this time.
Yeah.
That music is just literally so good.
We're passionate about it.
I think it'll win Best Score. I think Helen's gonna win. I think Helen will win a Tony.
Over Audra?
Oh, actually, I don't know.
I know that's the hard part.
But I think Helen will be nominated with Audra, and I think it'll be the coolest experience of her life.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think she's actually gonna care if she wins or not.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I do not think she will give a flying crap.
But I do think that Darren could win. Like I haven't seen anybody else's performance better than him.
Wait, I kind of feel like she outshines him.
Oh, I don't.
Okay, everyone I've talked to
thinks that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I really like him in it. I think he's great. I just think she's phenomenal.
I think they're both amazing. For me, Darren is like the one for me. But I think Well, who else would you think could win leading
Best
actor?
actor.
Tom Francis is. We're gonna talk about Tony
I don't think Tom
eligibility,
Francis
by the
will
way.
win.
I don't either. James Bruno Eichelhart is like eligible. No. Like I don't know who else.
Wait,
like genuinely.
what other shows have like
Okay,
opened?
so Nick Jonas, last 5 years.
Oh,
Potentially.
Oh, Dead Outlaw is going to give us a few.
That's
Wait,
true.
that show is sick.
I'm so excited.
That is the sickest show
We're gonna
ever.
have Jeremy and Floyd Collins.
Jeremy and Floyd Collins.
Like we're gonna have
Jonathan and Justin.
Groff.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Jonathan will win, obviously.
I think
he's playing a character that like old people love. This always happens. Carole King.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
this
it
always
in the news.
freaking happens. So when you play a beloved singer-songwriter,
you win?
Tina Turner.
Okay, that was like a dead year though. And MJ.
Okay, but MJ, there's
I know.
so many.
Same could be said for James Monroe Eichelhart, Louis Armstrong.
But like people didn't like that show.
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
show,
yeah.
like no one, like everyone was like, yeah, no.
Okay, I think Darren could win, and I think
he
would
could
be
too.
so.
I think he's great.
Okay, so we say definitely set orchestrations, best musical. I think it's like a shoo-in.
100%. Oh my god, it's like the easiest decision ever.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you think?
Um,
Book could. It's not like.
actually, I think Death Becomes Her actually might win Best Book.
Okay. Love.
Okay, whoever wrote the book to Death Becomes Her, funny. Okay,
Yeah?
funny.
Okay. Love.
Like belly laughing funny. Like the way we were like, you know, at Big Age Jamboree, we'd just be sitting there and we'd be like, ha!
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, it was like great.
I love that. Okay. Well, anything else? Any closing words for maybe happy ending?
I just really love Maybe Happy Ending, and I wish I could see it all the time. And I can't wait for the soundtrack to come out because I'm really excited to fall asleep to the music in bed.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The spring.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be on repeat. It's one of those shows. It's just like The Outsiders, where I feel like anybody who comes and visits me, I'm dragging them to that.
Yeah, it's like
Because
the
I'm
best
like,
thing on Broadway.
You're gonna love it. It is the best thing on Broadway
Yeah,
right now.
it's
no question
Bad and the
asked.
Outsiders. I mean, like seriously, it's just...
Oh, and while we're talking about the best thing on Broadway, I just released a YouTube video, the top 5 Broadway shows that you need to see right now. And
Ooh.
maybe Happy Ending is in that top 5. Of
The
course.
Outsiders, Maybe Happy Ending, The Great Gatsby. What else?
I'm not saying you have to go to the YouTube.
So there's 2 more.
Yeah.
Also, wait. Well, we'll talk about Gatsby casting too, but
Yeah.
because tomorrow is Jeremy and Ava's last day.
No,
Oh,
just Jeremy's
Oh, when's Ava's?
at the end of the month, the 30th,
wait,
I
that's
believe.
great. So I can still take someone to go see it with Ava because I think she's like the best part of that show. So.
I think we might go tomorrow night to try and get tickets for Jeremy's last show. It's going to be
Let me
insane.
know. Let me know.
Okay, let's get into Broadway grosses, shall we? All right, so this is for the week ending on January 12th. And at the top, we have Wicked.
Wicked.
Nobody's surprised. Number 2 is Hamilton. 3 is Lion King. And 4 is Gypsy.
Wait, can I just say how happy I am about that?
Yeah, that Gypsy's doing so
I'm
well.
so happy Gypsy is doing well.
No, that's actually insane because during like the major touristy weeks, it was way lower. It was like in the like 10, 11 range. So this is like we're back to where everybody's comfortable on like a normal week when the city is not infiltrated with a million tourists. So yeah, that's incredible.
I think also like it might have been one of those things where it just like took a few weeks, like maybe Happy Ending, like took a few weeks to build momentum.
Yeah.
And I think kind of similar.
So we have a newcomer to the top 10, and it is All In, a comedy about love, number 5. They're doing so well, 100% capacity.
Of course.
You guys, I'm freaking out. Lin-Manuel Miranda's in it right now, and Andrew Rannells, and I'm not going to get to see him. Like, I'm so
You could
sad.
enter the lottery.
I have. I'm not winning. Like, I'm not going to win.
It's really expensive.
And
it's really expensive.
It's literally sold out. Like, unless I want to pay like $600,
Yeah.
there's like 1 seat. Like, it's sold out.
My agent is going, and like they paid like a lot of money, I think.
Like, I know
Yeah.
it's not. The one like consolation I have is like I know it's not going to be good because I know that it's just them reading from a script.
Right. I've heard it's actually really lovely. Like I've heard it's really funny. I've heard the stories are like hilarious.
Okay, so I love to hear that.
Yeah.
The reviews were like saying that, and I feel like this is how I would feel because they're you've seen like the photos. They're like sitting down the whole
Yeah.
time just reading. And some people have things memorized more than others, but they were like, it's like you're putting like an F1 car on a racetrack and only going 15 miles per hour. It's like, it's not a fully fledged out thing. And it's like,
that makes sense.
you're sitting, and it's always like, there are like people who are featured a lot more than others. And he was like Renee Lee Goldsberry was like way less featured, but you're like staring at her the whole time and you're like kind of sad about it. Like, I feel like that's how I would feel.
Yeah, that's how I would feel too.
You know? So that's like the reason I'm like, okay, I'd be kind of okay because I'm not seeing it. Like, there's no way I can get tickets.
Yeah.
So, but I'm really sad about it. But it's fine. It's whatever. The Great Gatsby is doing amazing in Jeremy's. This would be his like week before his last week, but it's still doing amazing. Next week it's gonna go up. This is 6. So Gatsby is beating The Outsiders right now, which I think that's unprecedented. The Outsiders is 7, and they have 102% capacity, grossing just under 1.5 million. Oh, Mary is doing amazing because this is Cole Escala's last week, so that is at 8. And then Aladdin 9, MJ 10. Cabaret's dropped down to 11.
Wait, can we like unpack all the news we've heard about Cabaret this week? Because there's a lot.
That's our news story. That's our first news story. Should we look at what's at the bottom? Moulin Rouge is way down.
Yeah, I actually think Moulin Rouge is like kind of seeing the end of its time on Broadway, but I don't think that's anything to snooze at because they've had a really good run.
No, really good run.
Like, I think they have like a really great thing to like be proud of.
No, they do.
And they recouped. So like, regardless, like if Moulin Rouge goes out, everyone was happy.
Oh, and by the way, we're not talking about it on the pod, but Boy George has pushed out his arrival back to Moulin Rouge, which we're all happy about. Yeah. We don't need him back. But I disagree with you. I think if they did decide to leave, that would be fine. But they're grossing
Moulin Rouge grossing under $1 million a week is not sustainable for them.
No, that is actually kind of crazy. That like is 6 above them.
How's Anne Juliet doing?
No, 6 is below them. Wait,
6 is also,
Hades
I fear,
Town?
kind of seeing its end.
Oh, 6 is without a doubt, like, scraping by.
But another show to be really proud of, recouped.
Oh, 100%.
Huge accomplishment. Like, this is, like, not, so.
100%. Moulin Rouge still is, like, 93% capacity, and I will say it does so well in the touristy weeks.
True, it does.
Okay, so then our lowest grossing musical right now is A Wonderful World. They have 65% capacity. Definitely not sustainable. That announcement is coming soon. And then we have the next lowest grossing is Chicago, which not closing. And then we have 6. And then we have Sunset Boulevard.
Which is interesting.
That's really interesting.
Wait, was Nicole out last week?
Oh.
She was out all last week. She was on
we
vacation.
Had Caroline Bowman and then
Mandy Gonzalez.
All last week?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains it.
I'm
so glad you said that. Otherwise, I would be like, ding dong, which is dead. I'm so sorry I don't like that musical.
And also grossing under $1 million. Not sustainable.
Not sustainable. Okay, well... And Hades Town is doing well because Jordan Fisher is about to leave.
He left on Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, folks, let's get into our first news story, which we hinted out a bit. There's some new casting over at Cabaret and the Kit Kat Club, and it is that Orville Peck will be our next MC.
Insane.
And Eva Noblezada is taking over Sally Bowles.
They're both going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with the idea of Orville Peck doing it.
Okay, I need to know your reasoning.
Well, he's, like, incredible. Like, he's so talented. He's, like, he has an amazing voice.
Uh-huh.
He has the chops for it. Like, he's ready for it.
Okay. When I first heard it, I was like, I'm just going to be honest. I don't like his music.
I don't like his music, but I think he's really talented.
Yeah. His voice scares me, which is why he like could be a good MC. But like my fiance loves Orville, and anytime he puts it on, I'm like, you have to change it. Like his voice is so distinct. It's like very Johnny Cash. He's like, everybody in the club. Like it's like it's so low and it's so unique. That's not to say that I think he'll be bad, because apparently he said in a statement that he did a lot of acting previously before he like was a country singer. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that. Orville Peck, if you don't know, like I mentioned, he's a country singer. He is hot right now.
Yeah, he's
like
extremely famous.
He wears this like mask. It used to cover his entire face with like this fringe, and he usually wears a cowboy hat. He's got like a look to him. So it's interesting. Like
he won't be wearing the mask in the show.
No, there's no way. Like he can't. So anyways, it's just like kind of a shocking, like out of left field casting, I feel.
Totally.
But I'm excited. I'm more excited for Eva, obviously. I love her.
I'm more excited for what they're saying is the after July 20th casting. I don't know if you've heard about this.
I'm scared. Tell me.
You didn't hear who's going in after Ava?
No, tell me.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, I've heard rumors.
I'm like working on triple confirming it before it's announced so that I can buy a ticket.
Do you really think?
Yeah, 100%. Like, no doubt about it.
It would be like a perfect trajectory because Orville has actually collaborated with Noah Cyrus on like some music.
Miley's also perfect for Sally Bowles. Like, she is perfect for the role.
You know, I haven't seen it, so I've never seen a Cabaret ever.
Oh my God.
I know. I need to see. I can't wait. I'm gonna see it with Adam and Ali Carvalho. I really need to.
That's the only time I've seen it. I thought they were amazing. They're
I'm
the
really
only people
excited.
I've seen it with.
I know. I need to just go rush it because I'm not getting tickets.
My God, it's so good.
Okay, Miley's exciting. Did they know who the next MC is?
No, but
Maybe Orville would stay.
or I think like they would bring Adam back.
Yeah, maybe.
Miley and Adam would be insane.
Yeah, that'd be
but
crazy.
also just like the idea of Miley being in that show, like the idea of being able to go see Miley on Broadway is insane to me. Like,
that would be probably like the biggest celebrity, like of like, I mean, I know we have like George Clooney and whatever, but like she will bring droves of people in.
It's gonna be really good for Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be really, really, really good for Gen Z.
And even like the older generation is gonna be curious. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go see Miley, Smiley Miley.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
It's just crazy to me that like Hannah Montana would be starring in Cabaret.
I need to see it. Okay, so Eva, in her statement, she said, quote, while studying musical theater in school, Cabaret always stood out. I was and am amazed by the lineage of theater royalty who have always been in the show. I'm going to skip to the end. She says, she is a totally conscious child who is also completely unhinged, almost clownish, but real and raw and in your face. And the character amidst and against that backdrop of such an evil reality is painfully surreal. I am totally psyched to start learning more, and I'm ready to be as submissive as possible to the iconic world that is Cabaret. I love that statement. I'm like, she's about to bring it. We're going to see a new side of Eva that we have never seen before.
Never seen. Also, like, she's going to kill it. It's going to be so good. Also, I realized there's another show I've seen that I forgot to mention. I saw Eureka Day, which we'll talk about because I saw it mentioned later. In the news.
Yeah. We'll chat. Okay, let me see. Let's talk about the facts of the matter. So, Orville and Eva are going to be joining the cast on March 31st for 16 weeks through July 20th. So, 16 weeks.
4 months.
That's kind of like weird for Eva. She doesn't really ever do limited engagements, you know, but she's kind of like getting to that caliber.
Yeah,
isn't
she really is.
That's awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah, I love that. So if you want to catch Adam and Ali like I do, like I definitely want to see them, you're going to have to see it before March 29th. That's their last show. So time's a ticking and I got to get in there. I don't think that I'll be like, I have to see Eva and Orville.
No. You'll see it with Adam and Ali and be really satisfied with what you saw.
Okay, and then maybe I'll be more intrigued.
When Miley goes in.
I wonder if they're going to
share that, but like that's what
It's
I heard.
rumors.
It's rumors.
We're spilling the tea over here, but it's just rumors, you know.
Yeah.
Don't hold it to us if it doesn't happen. But let's talk about like the trajectory of Cabaret too, because they're getting in such cool people and it's people you wouldn't expect.
It's like the 1998 revival that ran for like 6 years. When
really?
Do you know who the MCs were when they did it? It started with like Alan Cumming.
That's what I was
and then
guess.
It was like John Stamos, Neil Patrick Harris was one.
Oh, okay.
Raul Esparza was one.
So this is like what they do.
Yeah, this is like a thing that they've done before.
This is why I love having you on, Josh. You're so wise.
Ugh, stop.
You are. Like, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, if you look up the 1998 revival, that ran for like 6 years.
I've seen clips of Alan Cumming doing it, and it's like...
And you know who's the original Sally Bowles in that revival?
Who?
Natasha Richardson, aka the mom in The Parent Trap. Yeah.
My queen.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Annie's
movie.
mom, same.
Oh.
I think it's everyone's favorite movie.
Yeah, childhood.
It's so good.
Oh, is that when Emma Stone was in it?
That was the 2014 revival.
Oh, okay.
That was a revival of the 1998 revival. That one didn't run as long. That was with Alan Cumming again, though.
Yeah.
And like Emma Stone.
Maybe that's
Michelle Williams. Not different Michelle Williams. Not Destiny's Child Michelle Williams.
Yeah.
The other Michelle Williams went into that one.
Yeah, the one from POTUS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that they had the same name because every single time I say Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, I always think I'm saying the wrong name.
Wait, was Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child in POTUS?
No, Michelle Williams. Not
you're thinking
from
of
Destiny's
Vanessa
Child.
Williams.
Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams. No, there's a different Michelle Williams.
Who
was in Cabaret and like has done like a few other Broadway things. She's like
God.
British.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Literally.
But this is an exciting casting, and I love that they're not closing it and they just like keep switching it up on us, and it's very smart in terms of money because you're getting new people in to see the same show that they've already seen. Okay, so next order of business we need to discuss is that we have our next round of Tony eligibility announced. So let me explain. Tony eligibility does not mean nomination.
Correct.
It means that they are eligible for a nomination. And the reason I really want to talk about this is because an off-Broadway play, Eureka Day, is eligible for Tony. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's never been done before.
Wait, no, Eureka Day's on Broadway.
No, it's MTC.
But that's at the Samuel J. Friedman Theater, which is on Broadway.
Okay, so here's what it says. Quote, most notable from the current rounds of rulings is that the MTC Theater production of Eureka Day will be considered eligible for Best Revival of a Play category. Although it has never been seen on Broadway before, the play premiered...
Right, now, it's on Broadway now.
Oh, I'm such a dumbass.
It was off Broadway in
Wait, so then why is that never been done?
Because it's never been on Broadway. It's been off Broadway.
But it's on Broadway right now.
Correct.
Wait,
right?
so then
it had never been on Broadway before now.
Wait, so then why is that notable? Most notable is that Eureka Day will be eligible.
Because it was off Broadway in 2019, so it wasn't eligible because it was off Broadway. But it's still a revival of a play.
Oh, I don't even care about this news story then. I'm like, I thought it was because...
No.
So then I was like, wait, are we opening up a whole new world where off-Broadway shows can be...
No. The Samuel J. Friedman Theater. Samuel J. Friedman is a Broadway theater. No,
I literally thought that. And then that totally confused me.
So it was off Broadway in 2019.
I get it.
And now like the play is coming back to New York, but it's on Broadway, so it's being considered for revival because technically the play's already been in New York, even though it was off Broadway, like appropriate.
I totally get what you're saying.
Like The Angry Inch.
Yeah.
Like those won Best Revival of a Play or Musical.
I thought
yes, Gutenberg is a revival, but it has never been on Broadway before.
Exactly.
There's so many.
I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, off-Broadway shows can win a Tony. That's amazing. Now I'm sad.
Pee really fast.
Oh no, go ahead. Okay, we're back from our bathroom break.
Sorry, I had to pee, guys.
Okay, we're talking. I was literally so wrong about the news stories are just so shot in this episode. I don't know what to tell y'all. I just found out another one of my news stories is like kind of messed up. So this is unhinged and crazy, and I'm very sorry, but it is what it is. Tony Awards eligibility, not surprising. I thought it was like a big deal, but it's not. Like, okay, Eureka Day is going to be in Best Play Revival. Like, cool.
Like, good job. You want a cookie? No, I'm kidding. But wait, can I just say how much I loved Eureka Day?
Yeah, tell us.
I think you should see it.
Yeah, okay.
It's really good. You can tell the writers had a lot of fun because it takes place at a fictional, really like liberal, progressive private school in Northern California, which my cousins went to one of those schools in the Bay Area, so I kind of like understand the culture.
Okay, yeah.
I also went to a super hippy dippy private school K through 8.
Yeah.
So I also have had firsthand experience with these kinds of people. But it's about a school that previously didn't mandate vaccines, and someone gets meningitis, and there's a meningitis outbreak in the school, and it's really interesting, but it's hilarious because you can tell the writer had so much fun coming up with these anti-vaxxer parent characters.
Oh, that's fun, yeah.
And it's so, you can tell not only is he really smart in making these really thought-provoking scenes, but it's really funny, and you can tell how much fun he was having making these characters based off people that he knew in his life.
Yeah.
There is this one scene where they are doing a video conference meeting, and it takes place in 2019, right before COVID. So the themes are very weird. No one knew COVID was coming yet. Because this was written before COVID. And there's like a chat of like all the parents, and it is like the funniest thing ever. Like this play is actually, I feel like it's being slept on, and it is like so great. Like I went with my friend Simona, again, like she likes theater, like she sees some stuff, like she's not like deep in like we are.
Yeah.
Loved it. Like it's a really, really great play.
Okay, slay.
I honestly like think you should reach out to MTC.
Okay, I will.
It's really fantastic.
I feel like that came across my desk and I let it slide.
Yeah, it's super. You would really like it. It's like watching a really like easy hour-and-a-half movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, nothing else exciting at all came out about the Tony eligibility. We just found out that Helen J. Shin is going to be like leading actress, like we knew, and Tom
Thank
Francis
God.
saying,
I can't even believe they were like thinking about her for supporting.
I don't think that means that they were necessarily thinking about it. I think it's just like, here's like, we like made this like
official
in stone. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my next news story, we just got the announcement. So, but I think we should talk about it anyways, because it's kind of like a fun trend that I've loved about TikTok, like TikTok theater talkers posting hints as to what their next show would be. And right now, two of the biggest theater TikTokers are doing that, Amber Ardolino and JJ Neiman. JJ, I don't think we have his confirmed yet, but Amber Ardolino, literally when I'm recording this, just announced what hers was. And I put together my notes on every single video and all of her clues and what I thought it was.
She thought she was going to be an Anne Juliet?
Okay, no. So the very first video, she's like saying like, oh Broadway, wherefore art thou Broadway? And she's like saying like a Shakespearean thing. So I was like, it's not Romeo and Juliet or Anne Juliet because that's too obvious. And then in her second one, she's like wearing this pink wig and she says, I hope you're happy. And she like pulls a witch's hat out of the Taco Bell bag.
So everyone was like, wicked.
Yeah. So
out of a Taco Bell bag. Was that a partnership? I bet that was a brand partnership. I work with them sometimes. That's genius.
But I think it also, since we now know what it is, which I'm going to go ahead and say, that way when we're going through this, you can like be like, okay, that was the hint. It's Trisha Paytas's one night show that's at the St. James. So Trisha Paytas does like, you know, those drive-through videos and like is like mukbang in her car. I know, you know. But that was like the hint, you know, now that we know it's Trisha, it's like, oh, okay, that's obvious. And she was wearing a wig. Like Trisha loves to cosplay. Like now it's obvious, but like I think we were all anticipating that it was like an announcement that she's gonna be in a Broadway show, not a one night only performance. You know, it's kind of like lackluster.
I was like, oh my god,
fine. I love
like
Amber.
Betty Boop. No, like, I don't
yeah,
know.
no. Okay, so well, here I'll tell you what I thought. Then the last one, she's singing Little Miss Perfect, and she's like she's like going through like the motions of like dating this girl. It ends poorly. I don't know what that has to do with Trisha. And then everything is happening outside of New World Stages. And she's like writing in her diary. So let me say what I thought it was, because it's so obvious to me what this would have been. Heathers in every single
also, like,
video.
Heathers is perfect for New World Stages. So
and it played at New World Stages.
Right.
And in every single video, she's writing in her diary and she writes down the date. And it's like so obvious, but she tries to put things in there that are going to throw you off, I guess. But it seems so obvious that it was Heathers.
Wait, also, what happened with that? They like announced it was coming to Broadway in 2025. And
exactly.
We haven't heard a thing.
So we were like, oh, they're going to announce it. And then she's going to be like announced to be in the cast.
Veronica.
And she's singing in one of the videos, she's singing Little Miss Perfect, which was performed by Taylor Louderman, who was in Mean Girls with Barrett Wilbur Weed.
Who is that?
Who's in Heathers. So like the Heathers clues are like so big. And maybe she's like announcing maybe she made things work for two things. Like maybe it works for Trisha and she also put in examples for Heathers.
I'm like kind of don't like now. I like have since I haven't heard about Heathers in such a long time. I'm like, is it even still coming? Like,
yeah, I mean, who's to say? This happens all the time when they're like, we're coming. Like, what was that one show? My Son's a Queer and
well, that was different. They like had a theater.
I know, but where is it? They said it was coming back and it hasn't.
Which sucks because I heard it was supposed to be really, really great.
I was really excited. Anyway, so that's Amber's announcement. We still don't know JJ's announcement, but a lot of people are saying that he's likely doing it with Amber, like Trisha's
No,
thing.
they're 100% doing it together.
Yeah. But what was this? So in JJ's Clue video, he was doing the trend where it's like, tell me something I don't know. And he goes, no. And he like points to his head. No. What's that to do with Trisha? I don't watch like a ton of Trisha.
No idea.
What would that be a clue for? No. A lot of people were like, it's Fiyero. Brainless. He's going to be in Wicked.
I don't know. I feel like it's weird that they're both teasing it at the same time. It's probably both for Trisha.
Exactly. It makes sense if it's for Trisha that they'd be doing it at the same time. Okay. Moving on to our last news story that has not been completely foiled at this time and still holds up. It is that we have additional casting for Just in Time, the musical starring our Lord and Savior, Jonathan Groff. So we found out that Queenie Gracie Lawrence, who is in the Lawrence Band, what's the song? 5 things you hate me.
There are so many.
But
good
lately,
songs.
I mean.
Oh, I like the one that's like, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight. This shit's gonna kill me, but I won't let it. And I'm trying to keep them held, but I won't get it. So I tell myself when I sleep at night, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight.
Yeah. So
she's so good.
And she was in Sex Life of College Girls. And now she's making her Broadway debut in Just in Time. Queen, like she's popping off.
No, wait, can we just like talk about like the Sex Lives of College Girlsification of theater? Because we have her, we have
Renee.
Aaliyah Chanel Scott.
Yes, who's about to be in
All Nighter.
We
also, not related, but like tangential in cultural wise, we have
Yeah.
Lizzie McAlpine doing Floyd Collins with like Jeremy Jordan. Like,
yes.
We have some really interesting people. Lizzie Alpine of Lower Merion High School. Just saying. We have some really interesting people.
No, we do. I love that. Was my favorite show. I haven't re-downloaded HBO to watch the newest season, but Sex Lives, that was my favorite show.
Have you ever to buy HBO and watch it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'll get my info.
Yes, I do. Please. Is she good in it, Gracie?
Yeah, but her character is really insufferable, but she's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think. Well, I was actually with my friend Hadassah, who was good friends in high school with Lizzie McAlpine, who they like did chorus and stuff together, and like they're all like beside themselves about it. They're like, we cannot believe that Lizzie McAlpine from our grade is now like starring next to Jeremy Jordan on Broadway.
That's so cool.
It's like Helen Chen being my age and starring next to Darren Criss on Broadway. Like, it's crazy.
And the thing about both of those people is that they, like, it is not lost on them. Like,
No.
Helen knows how unbelievable it is
She has
to be doing what she's
dissociate.
doing.
She told me. She said I have to dissociate. She can't comprehend it.
And like Lizzie McAlpine is a fangirl. Like, she is
Huge.
So it's just beautiful. And like, these are like Melody Rose, for example, when I interviewed her, it was not lost on her, any of it. Like, she loves what she does. Like, there's so many people who it's like they're either trying to play it too cool or like they would rather be doing something else. I don't know. But like, there are certain people where it's like, no, you're a girly and you get it.
Right.
And it's just, that's who I want to see exceed.
Right.
Excel. Anyways, excited about this casting. And I think a lot of people were thinking maybe Lea Michele would come back to Broadway because Jonathan Groff did say at the Tonys, like, the next time he comes, he wants it to be something with Lea.
Wait, why doesn't she? I'm kind of surprised she didn't take Gracie's.
That's
part.
kind of like, yeah, like whenever it was announced that she was coming or like Gracie was in it, everybody was like, oh, so no Lea? Or at least that's what I thought.
You know, she's like married to a finance bro. I find that to be so interesting.
I feel like it fits ?
I don't know. I just find that to be so interesting.
She lives a like low profile personal life.
Yeah,
she
she
really
really
does. Anyways, so that's exciting. Gracie is going to be playing Connie Francis, who is one of the great loves of Bobby Darin's life.
Love.
But like,
I don't know anything
it's
about
with
Bobby
the
Darin.
age gap again, like similar to like maybe Happy Ending. It's like whenever it was first announced that it was them two, I was like, Helen's a child. She's not, but I was like,
no,
she is.
We were 1 year out of college.
Yeah.
She was a child.
And
yeah,
now she's starring opposite Darren Criss, and they're in a relationship. And like, same with this, it's like Gracie's a child.
Very weird.
And now this is like my dream. Like, how does it feel to be living my dream? It's not fair.
Not fair.
I want to kiss Jeremy Jordan.
Me too.
It's not fair. Let us up there. If the age gap doesn't matter.
Like, literally.
So let's do it.
Put me in, coach.
That's funny.
Put me in.
Anyways, there's another very exciting casting, but I don't really know her. Emily Burgle. They featured her. She's in Goodnight Oscar, and she's been in Gilmore Girls. She has a recognizable face, but other than that, it's kind of just like a
good for her.
Jonathan Groff is the star
Yeah.
sort of show. You know, they didn't really get out any bigger or any. They didn't bring out any other heavy hitters, so to speak. And I don't think Gracie Lawrence is like a big pull. Like, whether she was casting it or not isn't going to change the fact that I'm seeing the show. You know what I mean? But it's exciting. It's like she's got vocals for days, so I'm excited to hear it. Slay!
Boots.
Well, folks, that is the end of this episode of From the Mezzanine. Thank y'all so much for watching, listening, all the things. Josh, plug your stuff.
You can follow me on our dearest
I know, like,
TikTok.
I'm like, it's so uncomfortable.
At Josh Rosen _. Same on Instagram, which I know a lot of you do follow me, but if you don't, definitely head over there.
Plug the pod.
The pod is on a floating rock. Lindsay has been on. She will be on again.
I will say, you guys, I think I said this on the episode, or maybe it was on the Broadway Besties on the Patreon last week. Oh, it was. On the Patreon, every single week, I do this category, this segment called What You Should Add to Your Broadway Playlist. And I said that you should add On a Floating Rock.
Ugh, thanks.
Specifically, the episode with Cara Rose, because that was my favorite episode.
She is so good.
I love her.
She's great. Also, the Helen episode was great. And I think the Gabby Karuba episode was
Helen J. Shen has been on.
Yeah.
Gabby Karuba from Dear Evan Hansen.
What a wonderful human being. Also, we got Gatsby Hopper on. The girl who hopped Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Who was, by the way, so fun.
Yeah.
So funny.
Y'all had chemistry.
Oh my God. She's awesome. She's the coolest person ever. Maya Sistruck. Look her up. She's going to be a star.
Yeah, he has big Broadway heavy hitters, like Broadway girlies.
Broadway girlies. They come to my little agent's office and we just kiki for an hour.
So y'all need to go and listen to On a Floating Rock.
Hell yeah, you do.
Great. And thank y'all so much. You can find me on Instagram at From the Mezzanine _podcast, and on YouTube, just type in From the Mezzanine, you'll find me. I've been putting up a lot more episodes on there. I have a Broadway vlog coming. And then, like I mentioned, I just posted the top 5 shows that you need to go and see on Broadway right now. So go over on YouTube and you can check that out. And we'll see y'all next Tuesday. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.